We are already living in the third millennium. Can we give up the bad days in the army? We can tell people once every 7 days. No one in our world wishes. Maybe only gorillas in the zoo. And then, in my opinion, more often. Recently, there was a big fuss that we put some wrong Iskanders on the territory of the Russian Federation. Wherever we want, we put it there. There is no need to confuse the world order with the American one. Maintaining world order is a natural prerogative of the entire world community, not just the Pentagon. The sovereignty of Russia, provided by its army and navy, will always be the limit at which more than one Western Empire brought his teeth. During the entire 1152 years of our country's existence. Serving the fatherland and being a patriot are inseparable things. As for the allegation about the use of Russian special forces in the events in Ukraine, I will say only one thing. It is difficult to look for a black cat in a dark room, especially if it is not fair. This is all the more stupid if this cat is smart, brave and polite. Go back to history. If you don't read it yourself, ask your grandfather what it's like to tell Russia from a position of strength. They probably be able to tell. I remember all the time an anecdote. When a guy dragged Paris home from a bat factory, he wanted to assemble a bat. Dragged and dragged. It still turns out a Kalashnikov assault rifle. The bat can't be assembled. So it is with us. For whatever reason the rally has been going lately, it grows into a rally against Putin. We'll work with anyone, even if people choose a circus horse, if only he works, and not just wave his tail. Here you walk in socks and take a shower every day. And why do soldiers have to wear foot clothes and go to the bathhouse once a week? NATO has doubled the intensity of military exercises, most of which have an anti-Russian orientation. For example, in the British Armed Forces, Russian-made tanks and military uniforms of the Russian army began to be used to designate the enemy at the Salisbury Lane training ground. The last time such a method of training troops was used by fascist Germany during the Great Patriot War. We are ready to restore cooperation with the Pentagon, but attempts to build a dialogue from a position of strength in relation to Russia are futile. We read no less than we do now, but we read what we wanted, and today we are overwhelmed. We cling to something, to this, and we don't dive into what we really want to study. On the one hand, we are running all the time, and on the other, we are just preparing for this life all the time, and take it for all, bring it to the end. It was the United States, together with Western partners, starting with Bosnia and Kosovo, and ending with Iraq and Libya, that consistently destroyed the basic foundation of the existing world order. Democracy does not provide that you have to shit anywhere, while there are specially designated places. Risk is a very strong emotion. A leading taste appears on the tongue, and you know that you can go here. You can't at all, and you can't do it at all, and you still want to go and do it. In our business, this is a very dangerous thing, because a person switches his life to himself, and not to whom he saves, but you can handle it. The main thing is to understand what is happening. I want people to serve in decent condition. It is necessary in many areas to pull the army from the past into the century. No employee can blame me for being somewhere in the office during a difficult time. The president will say tomorrow that we should go as senior gamekeeper. Well, of course, one can only dream about that. Well, I'll go as gamekeeper. But what? This, in my opinion, is the main principle of teamwork.